I am a medical doctor, and a few weeks ago, another doctor refused to treat me because on paper, I'm fine. Now let me tell you what happened. My ferritin is 40. My iron levels are normal. But for somebody who has been pregnant, who has been breastfeeding for 1.5 years, who has been under chronic stress, running on empty, ferritin of 40 is not fine. But on paper, normal range. Technically, it's fine. But I didn't feel fine. I was exhausted, I had brain fog, I had concentration issues. I was always running on empty. I was empty. So I did what any patient would do. I went to get help. Not one doctor, not 2 doctors, 5 different doctors just to get a referral. In Italy, it's where I live. In Italy, they call it impegnativa. Just a piece of paper to get me to the hospital, where I thought, finally, I'll get my iron infusion. Because in the past, it helped me. In the past, I know what it does to my body. I know it's exactly what I need. And I thought, okay, finally, I'm going to the hospital. I'm going to feel like myself again. I know you might ask, you going to the private doctors. Guess what? All these private doctors sent you to the hospital. There is no other route. So I sat in that hospital. I went through all the queues. This is another story. They make it so extra difficult to get you to your treatments. You will not believe that. And then I sat in that chair, waited for the doctor. And a female doctor came. I was even surprised, like, female, that's amazing. I thought, okay, she will get me, she will understand me. And then she looked at my results and said, no, you don't need an iron infusion. You don't need it. You don't need it. I told her, look, the iron supplements that I take, they're not enough. And I have side effects. And I had iron infusion in the past. It helped me. And she said no. And it went that far that I even argued with her. And you know what she told me? Right now, I am wearing the white coat. So I am deciding what you need, not you. She told me the numbers are within range. You don't need iron. You don't qualify. And that day I was frustrated. I already knew the system is totally, let's say, messed up. But I'm asking for treatment as a medical doctor. I was dismissed just because the paper says something different to what I'm feeling. I'm a medical doctor myself. I know what I'm feeling in my body. I know what this 1.5 years of breastfeeding does to iron stores. And I know exactly what chronic stress does to absorption. I know that the ferritin of 40 in a depleted, exhausted, breastfeeding mother is not the same as a ferritin of 40 in a rested, healthy woman who sleeps 8 hours a night, who is not stressed, there is no screaming sessions around her. But none of that matters. Because paper says one number. And the number says, fine. So, I left that hospital without my infusion. I sat in the car and I thought, this is what millions of women experience every single day. They go in feeling terrible. And they come out with normal results. And they are sent home feeling crazy. And you know what's the worst part? The worst part is that the doctors, first of all, they don't ask you about your story at all. And I know because I was on that other side of the desk. I've been there. All they have is just a few minutes to figure out what you need before you even open up your mouth. In that short period of time, unfortunately, they cannot know your whole story. Unfortunately, they cannot understand what you've been through, what your story actually is. And if everything is fine on the paper, but you don't feel fine, the next possible explanation is psychosomatic. This is the diagnosis. Or idiopathic. Idiopathic means we have no idea what it is, but I'm giving you a symptom, a diagnosis, so you know, okay, there's something there. Go home with that. And if you don't feel well, I can give you also antidepressants. They help in that state. So in my case, if I wouldn't have known, other doctor would have given me some antidepressants because I'm sad, I'm depressed, I don't feel well. Here, take those and meet in 6 weeks and see how you feel. And here's the thing. If other people are being sent home feeling crazy, I want you to know, you are not crazy. This is the most important message of this video. And here's what I want you to understand. Normal labs mean one thing and one thing only. You don't have a diagnosable disease at this moment. That's it. That's all they measure. Labs don't measure depletion. Labs don't measure what chronic stress has done to your hormones over the last 3 years. Labs don't measure grief. They don't measure burnout. They don't measure what your nervous system has been running on. They don't measure what your body has been storing silently while you kept going and going, kept showing up, kept being everything for everybody else but you. And here's the thing. Conventional medicine looks for what is broken according to a reference range that was often built on studies for men. And if you fall outside of that range, you get treatment. But if you fall inside that range, you get dismissed. Even though you feel absolutely terrible. Even if you are a doctor sitting in that chair knowing something is wrong. And here's a very, very important thing to understand, because your symptoms are not random. Fatigue. Fatigue is your body conserving energy because it's running on the reserves that it doesn't have. Brain fog. Brain fog is your nervous system protecting you from overwhelm. That's all it is. Or the way that won't shift. This is literally your body is holding on to it because it doesn't feel safe to let go. Or 3 a.m. wake-ups. This is your liver. This is your adrenal gland speaking to you, literally. They're communicating with you. Or the anxiety that appears out of nowhere. It's your nervous system telling you, okay, I cannot do this anymore. Let's finish this. Every single symptom is a signal. It's not a malfunction. Never. How can it be a malfunction? A human body is something marvelous, something divine. Every single symptom is a message. Your body is not betraying you. All it does is communicating with you. And we have just not been taught the language of this communication. They don't teach us in medical school. And this is why I left conventional medicine because I kept seeing this over and over and over. Women coming in with pages of normal results, but a look in their eyes that said, look, I know something's wrong, but nobody believes me. I believe you. I've always believed you because I have been you. And it's what I found because I've worked with over 500 women. And what the labs miss, the body is already showing. The body is showing that in your body, in your tissue, in your fascia, in the way you hold your jaw, in the way you hold your body, the way your posture is, the way your body stores the weight. It's in which symptom appears and when. The body keeps the score in ways that no blood panel ever can capture. How can it? And if you've been told you're fine and you know you're not, I want to work with you. Right now I have sessions open up where we go into the body, into what the labs cannot see. And in July, I'm opening my emotional weight release group. It's 4 weeks, a small group where we meet. And we're going to work on what your body has been storing that not a single diet or a doctor has been able to touch, literally. Because what is weight really? Weight is your body's way of protecting you from the emotion, from the trauma, from the past, from the stories, from the beliefs that were not safe at the time. And since then, your body is still keeping you safe as a kind of a safety ring. And this is where we're going in and release all the programs that are causing that overweight. Both links you can find below. Go to yourownbestdoctor.com and take a look there. And I know one thing, after being there myself so many times, I know you're not crazy. You're not fine. You are a woman whose body has been speaking but has not been heard yet. You know it deep down. You're so attuned with your body. You know exactly what's going on, but you have not found someone yet who can hear your body. I am Dr. Julia, and I'm here to remind you that you and only you are your own best doctor.